Okay. Tell me who you are.
Jeff Tittle, Director, New Jersey Sierra Club.
Jeff, tell me what just happened, the vote in the Senate.
Well, what happened was after Bob Barr has been blocked twice in committee and then once on the floor earlier today, they were able to, Senator Sweeney brought his nomination back up and were able to twist a few arms and push this nomination through. It was 21-17, the barest of minimums. And really what happened today was a sellout not only of the Pinelands, but really a sellout of the democratic process, because political games and manipulation triumphed over what was right for the people of New Jersey. What we saw today was the Senate President and Governor Christie going to extreme lengths to push through an unqualified nominee to try to set aside 40 years of environmental protections. But you know, the positive side was that over 100 people came out to the State House today in opposition. We had key legislators battling to the very end from both parties. And so this was a victory for the people in their fight against what is really the overreach of this legislature, because they came out and they actually, fought the good fight. And even though we didn't prevail at the end, all the people who came out, all the thousands of people who made phone calls, who went to different offices and held rallies, I mean, that's what this is all about. So even though we didn't win today, it also means that it's not over yet, that this is the beginning, not the end, that out of these kinds of defeats can come the kind of movement that keeps making those kinds of changes. And we saw today a very diverse coalition within the legislature. We saw Republicans standing up to the governor, and we saw a majority at one point of the Senate Democrats standing up to the Senate President. So this is the beginning, not the end. And even though we lost today, we're going to still keep fighting to protect the Pinelands for another 40 years or beyond.
I'm with two gentlemen whose organizations spearheaded the opposition today to Governor Christie's nominee to the Pinelands Commission. Why don't you identify yourselves, please?
Dave Pringle, Clean Water Action, New Jersey Campaign Director.
And Doug O'Malley, Director of Environment, New Jersey.
Very good. Now, unfortunately for you folks, you lost the vote today. You almost had it there for a while. Dave, tell me what happened.
A majority of the Senate told Integrity in New Jersey to drop dead. This is a devastating impact for the Pinelands, for independent agencies. This was stopped 5 times, and it was classic bullying politics.
Doug, for those who weren't here today, the vote actually came up for the first time, and there weren't enough to support it, right?
Yeah, and this is really unprecedented because the Governor Christie and the Senate President tried to strong-arm Robert Barr through the state Senate. And the state Senate, the first time around, lived up to integrity and actually blocked this nominee. Unfortunately, 45 minutes went by, and suddenly arms are twisted and votes changed. And that's one of the true tragedies of today.
Tell me a little bit about the work that you folks did before today. I see you had a lot of people in the gallery.
It's an amazing turnout, and I think what's even more amazing is 4 former governors weighed in on a Pinelands nomination. That's unprecedented. That shows it's much more than a pipeline or some dirty little deed. This has major ramifications, and the Senate really blew it today.
Doug, how long do you think it'll take for the Pinelands Commission to post the Pinelands vote again?
I suspect it's going to be coming back a lot quicker now that they have a yes vote for the pipeline on the commission.
Yeah.
And we're 5-1. This is a huge loss today, but we're not going anywhere. This is bigger than the pipeline. We will stop the pipeline. Shame on Senate President Sweeney and Governor Christie for doing their dirty deals.
Now, just going off topic for a minute, you had to be pleased with one thing today, the vote on the Exxon Mobil settlement. Is that right?
I mean, the vote on the ExxonMobil settlement is a good vote, but at the end of the day, we clearly know where the governor stands, and the vote that mattered today was on the Pinelands nomination, because one vote did make a difference the first go around, and arms are twisted, and because of that, we have a really bad nominee who's going to vote for development and vote for the pipeline on the commission.
So there's really not much good news for the environmental community today.
It's not a coincidence the Senate President had these 2 votes up on the same day. And the arm twisting happened well before today. We were frankly pleasantly surprised it was 2020 at one point because of the amount of arm twisting that had already gone on. There were several senators that voted for this nomination. even before the 21st and 22nd vote, amongst the 20 that didn't want to vote for this. But the Senate President refused to let this be a vote of conscience. Had it been a vote of conscience, he would have won hands down.
Thank you both.
And it was
go ahead.
telling that no senator spoke in favor on the floor. Obviously, there were supporters, and Senator Van Drew was a strong supporter. Multiple senators from both parties spoke against this nominee. That tells you everything you need to know. And the fact the Senate President did not feel the need to speak out in favor also tells you all you need to know.
And he had to shout down volunteers in the gallery to do a little democracy. It's amazing what a little sunshine will bring on the process.
Thank you both.